this past week over in the old Fortnite world, they added, and you actually, I'm surprised you and your kids did not check this out yet.
Yeah. Star Wars AI.
Yeah. So in Fortnite, they're doing a big promotional activity right now with Disney and Star Wars. And they added, if you play the game, if you play a Battle Royale version of Fortnite, no build or whatever, you can go to a certain area on the map. I think it's like Vader's Samurai something or other. I forget the exact spot. It's always in the same spot. If you go there and you defeat Darth Vader and walk up to him and like accept the little quest thing, you just walk up and press E, you'll like kind of zone in and zone out of this thing. And when you zone out, Darth Vader joins your team, your squad, and it's an AI version of Darth Vader that will have a conversation with you in game. So that got added. Keep in mind that James Earl Jones, the original voice actor for Darth Vader, sold his entire voice acting voice to Disney before he passed. So they have full reign to use this however they see fit.
To be clear, and I wonder if this has been talked about. When did he pass?
A while.
It was before AI, right?
He passed away on September 9th, 2024. So no, it's pretty recent.
Last year. Yeah. So in other words, AI was probably explicitly in it then.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, it was explicit. Yeah, it was very explicit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in other words, just to be perfectly clear, James Earl Jones was totally fine with them doing this, and it's his voice.
Yes.
Okay.
He sold the rights for this reason. There is no drama on if he wanted it or not. Like that aspect of the story is dead weight. There's no weight to that aspect.
Interesting.
So that happens. This comes out. It's been patched, but before it was patched.
Oh no!
I heard about this.
I didn't hear about this.
Before it was patched, Darth Vader swore, said multiple slurs, threatened to kill someone in real life, said Pride Month is for the delusional, eliminated players on the same side as him for calling him daddy, said Spanish is a language used by smugglers, asked someone if they liked Chun-Li's ass, and then made a tier list of races. So the people at Fortnite were like, fuck! Let's go patch this!
Oh.
We gotta patch this immediately!
Disney is probably firing up the lawyers right now.
When I think Disney, the first thing I think is racial tier lists.
Yeah.
That's just right connected up there.
There are the TikTok craze right now is posting conversations with Vader. And a lot of them happened before the patch, and that video footage will be very hard to scrub from the internet.
Oh man.
Yes.
But I booted up Fortnite yesterday, this post-patch.
To see if you could break it.
And I decided I'm going to go have some conversations with Vader.
Oh no.
That shit is fucking awesome. Like it was crazy. You would just have Vader on your team and be like, hey Vader, what do you want to do? And he would, no matter what skin you're using, he would know. And so I was using like a Jar Jar Binks. And so he would be like, Jar Jar Binks, and say it very much like Vader and say something. But it's even wilder when like I saw clips of Vader walking around and be like, Lady Gaga and Mariah Carey, come, we have to go kill these two people. And you're like, what the fuck is happening?
I require
That's the
your
movie
assistance,
I would watch.
Miley
I'd watch that
Cyrus.
Yeah, Juice World, come. The Sith needs your help. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? Hatsune Miku, we need you now. Anyone you could think of. Anyone you could think of.
That's awesome.
Wow. Because there's so many skins in that game from so many different IP. Eminem, we need you now to join the Sith.
That legit sounds like a blast, actually.
Dude, it's so fun.
That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
It's so fun. Max is using Goku, and Vader would be like, Goku, I sense enemies to the east. Come, join the Sith Empire, blah, blah, blah. And so we would just have conversations with Vader yesterday. Max was doing a bit with Goku. I was playing with Gassy Mexican. He does he does a lot of good impersonations, but he does a fairly good Goku. And we were saying like, yeah, Vader, like when you do something good, when you get a kill, a lot of people will be like, ooh woo, and they'll be excited about it. And then Vader responded like this, ooh woo. You're just,
Yeah, it was fucking loud.
you're just like, this is the perfect thing. I love this so much. I love it so much.
Fucking hilarious.
Oh God, it's just like it's one of those things where I went into it with the full idea of like, God, this is like fucking scummy, and but I left and I'm like, that was great. I had a great time with it. I played for like
really
4
cool.
hours. Played for like 4 hours. Yeah. He does like, he would say like skibbity toilet. He would like just all the like silliest shit you can think of. And it made me think like, dude, if I was a kid and I would like have Vader as an AI to go, that would just blow my fucking mind. Like I wouldn't even, that's why I was curious if you had played it with your kids, Ko. Because
No, he wanted to play yesterday, unfortunately, but I had to update, and
Okay.
we didn't have time. But he I don't think he's done the AI Vader thing yet, but I am definitely going to do it with him now.
yeah,
And
you have to
we
go
made
kill him. You have to kill
we
him.
have
So there's a
officially
little bit
made
of an issue.
through all 3 of the Star Wars movies.
All the
Kids.
base
The
ones.
original,
Okay.
original trilogy is
Ooh.
done. Yep.
Fantastic.
So they it's been complete.
Yeah.
So they actually have context now for Vader.
Okay. Dude, are they afraid of Vader, or is he just like a? Because a lot of people treat him as like
he's a big bad.
okay. He's a
Yeah,
big
they
bad.
think he's a big bad guy.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Man,
Not afraid of him.
I'm so interested to know like how your kids respond to talking to Vader. That's
I
Like,
will
you
let
see
you know
it-
next week.
you see it happen at like Disney, right? Where you have people impersonating him or whatever, and that's really cool to see those videos and see kids react to that stuff. But to like have the original voice actor having a conversation to you and responding like to your actions and who you're playing in game, it's got to be
Crazy.
It's a very odd line that I think has been crossed in a lot of ways. Where I wonder like where they go from here. Because obviously you have the whole side of it where it's like, yeah, Disney doesn't want, their IP, one of their more popular IPs, spewing the nonsense that they did. But on the other side of things, is this like a good use of AI moving forward? Is this, should more things do this? Do voice actors, is this going to be the norm where voice actors will be signing over their voice for a popular character? I don't know.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
I don't know like what's
And,
going to happen.
and what
with
about
that.
the ones that are just not okay with that? Is it going to be the
Yeah.
kind of thing where for larger roles, if you don't sign your voiceover for it, you don't get the role?
Right. Yeah.
And some actors have long since been dead,
Shit.
and maybe their family members are
Oof.
maybe don't have much money, and they just go up and be like, "Hey, we'll give you a bunch of money
So-
if we can use your relatives' rights."
Yeah.
I will say this: one of the reasons I was asking about earlier, because I thought for some reason I thought James Earl Jones had died a little bit earlier, pre-AI, and I was going to say if he had not specifically signed away the rights for AI, if someone dies before AI was around, we should never, as people, ever consider bringing their voice back. Like you need to explicitly, doesn't matter
Yeah.
what your descendants say, like you need
Yeah.
to explicitly say you're good with it. So
Yeah.
that was good to know with him.
Yeah. And then the other thing, which is not, if you follow Fortnite or you've played Fortnite recently or anything like that, it's not a revelation to hear this, but that game's fucking crazy, man. You load into those lobbies and you start looking around at all the different IP around you, and like people are doing dances from popular artists, and there's copyrighted music playing from like every fucking
Everywhere.
every orifice, and the like it, you're hearing Eminem, you're hearing Hatsune Miku, John Wick is over there doing the fucking gritty while Eminem is like doing some cutesy K-pop dance, and you're like, what is happening?
I remember
It really
when
is
that
like a fever
game
dream.
was just you were defending against zombies, and you had to build a base to defend against these waves of zombies. I
Yeah.
remember streaming it before Ninja even streamed it, and it was a decent little survival game. And now it's something completely different.
Yeah. It's
none
it's
of that left.
Fever dream of IP is really what it is. Just the pregame lobbies are hysterical. And the fact that the mocap is like actually really good on all the characters, like the way that the wireframe works on every model in the game, so every character can join you in doing some absurd emote, is also hilarious, because you'll have, I don't even know, like, I don't know what the shocking name is anymore. Sabrina Carpenter and Eminem like doing the L face and like jumping in front of each other.
I see you're playing as Jar Jar. Does like he comment in Jar Jar voice when you do stuff, like you shoot someone? Like
he does not.
It's so good.
I was hoping he would, but he does not. And that might be because of the actor not signing off on his voice, wanting to be in the character, wanting to be in the game rather. There is a Darth Jar Jar skin. Of course, that's in the battle pass. You can get Palpatine, all of that shit. It's got all the like, the other thing is that everything's time gated and the shop rotates, I guess, once a day, just like any other MTX shop would. So you have to get like lucky unless you don't, when you don't buy the skin when it's readily available. So there's a little bit of FOMO, but yeah, it's just, it's a weird thing. You know, Darth Vader walking around and being like, Godzilla, we must go and fight the Empire. the
I want to
Emperor
see that
needs us.
movie. That sounds great.
And you're like, yeah, let's go do it, man. Let's go do it. So
Whatever you say, Godzilla.
well, yeah, whatever you say, Godzilla, whatever you say, Darth Vader. Yeah, it's insane. And the AI thing, I think, just the AI Vader, not the AI thing, just adds to the like absurdity of it all in maybe the best ways possible. So very curious to see what they do.
Tech would be really cool. Like rights debate aside, like this tech in like an RPG where you can like have NPCs you can have conversation with that like know who they are and where they are in the world and can talk to you about the world. Like that kind of tech could be really cool if it works well to like really flesh out characters and make them feel more real. If you can just like ask them questions like in an RPG world about stuff or quest tips and things. Like the tech can be really fun if done well. You know, rights debate decided in the future, but it's exciting to think about like going if someone gives you a quest, there's no clues about the quest, and you have to go interview like NPCs to like figure out where they are, or like even interrogate people, and that kind of thing could be really cool in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's like in their tech around it where we've talked about it ages ago on the show where it's like the endless RPG because you walk into a town and the town has had a bear attack the town you learn about. And that's just something that happened randomly because a bear walked into the perimeter of the town. So then someone sends you on a quest to kill the bear and you have to bring back a memento from the person that he killed, or like all this stuff just happens because of AI in it. You really start to think like how many people are going to be, how many like creative writers are going to be out of a job. And if you don't have the creative aspect of that and it becomes just an AI being like, I need 2 bear asses, please help me out. My mom died. I need to retrieve her necklace. You start to think like, well, where are we going to go with all this?
Well, I mean, just like there's sandbox games and narrative games, whenever you put an AI for a character, that's in many ways completely releasing a narrative that the developers intended. So when you put in agents that can tell the player anything about anything or completely dictate the experience outside of any rails you provide, you're providing a sandbox for them to play in. That's like not a narrative experience. So a lot of people are like, man, I can't wait to have, AI people in Skyrim. Well, they tried that. There's mods for that. And there are 95% more ridiculous clips than like it actually working as it should. And that's because it's not, again, it's really hard to tailor something that's supposed to be able to say anything and go anywhere restrict its world down to something immersive and realistic into like a certain time frame or a certain world or things like that. Like in the first iteration, you could in like one sentence have this Skyrim NPC AI that was totally fully restricted start talking about how he needed to find his cell phone, and it's just like, well, shit, you know. So it's like, and that kind of stuff is really difficult. But on top of that, it's like, especially for like a big narrative RPG, if you were to have the AI start choosing what information the player gets at what time, like that can throw off the whole thing. Like it's very easy in that situation if it's not, you know, completely controlled, which kind of goes against the whole purpose of AI anyway, to be able to deliver the same experiences that you would want to. So the control kind of goes out the window. So it's like it's going to be cool in certain cases, like that experience you talked about. If the whole game from the ground up was built in AI for emergent experiences, and you wouldn't expecting that, that's cool. But you could never really go into that game being like, oh, I'm going to get a great narrative experience that excites me, and there's going to be reveals, and like that's just it wouldn't be able to happen. You know, not right now, at least. But it just wouldn't be the same. And even then, if AI could do that, you'd know that you weren't doing it like a person had nothing to do with it. I don't know about you. For me, it'd feel kind of soulless.
Yeah,
I'd feel kind of it wouldn't have the same impact for me.
It would be. I think the way that I would like rationalize with it is that I would be playing it looking for that experience of, with the understanding that it's soulless, if that makes sense. Yeah, like I wouldn't go into it expecting like
you're making your own experiences.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't be the type of thing where it's like, all right, let's sit down and I'm going to have some like Expedition 33 levels of storytelling here. No, I'll go hopefully in a world where both of these can exist. I'll go play the Expedition 33.
That's kind of like where people say like, you know, this will lose jobs. Like this will replace jobs. It's like, it kind of will, but in a lot of ways it's not anywhere near that yet. Not anywhere even in the ballpark of that yet. Like we'll probably get there someday. Let's be real, but we're not there yet.
Yeah. It's definitely an interesting time. I am also, I don't know what's next. And I'm also, we'll never know, but I really want to know how like Disney responded to that of like, hey, Vader's, he made a tier list of the races. What the fuck are you guys like? What are you doing? Like, did that get to Bob Iger? And he's just like, he did what? Why? Who approved? Like, how does this happen? Or do they slide him a sheet? It's like, by the way, we made $30 billion on Jar Jar skins. Vader was a bit racist, but we've cleaned that up. $30 billion, though. He's like, I mean, what are you going to do? It's Vader. How do they get around that? I don't know. I mean,
the weird thought experiments going through my head. It's like Vader made a tier list of the racist. Oh my god! But do you know what the fuck he did in the movies? He destroyed an entire planet.
Yeah,
entire planet full of people, just murdered them.
Yeah,
billions of lives gone in an instant. Yeah. Like, well, it's Vader.
Zeke. He made a racial tier list, man.
that is
like, he may be a murderer, but he's a racist murderer. It's like 10 times worse. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's
jeez.
Maybe that's the line of thinking that the lawyers present. And he's like, guys, we destroyed a fucking planet.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Listen, billions of people. Alderaan.
Billions of people.
Elderanians.
Yeah.
What the fuck did you expect was going to happen?
Kids before.
If you gave this guy a
he's
point.
not a good guy.
Yeah,
he's straight up eye-to-eye murdered children, Vader. Right? Okay.
I would have absolutely loved to hear a warrior or a lawyer in all seriousness tried to defend the racism because of the character of the fictional. He was a mass murderer. How dare you question if he was racist? Of course he was racist. Dude, what do you expect putting Darth Vader in your game? You're the crazy one.
I had a conversation with him yesterday. I was like, hey, Vader, did you really kill those kids? And he responded like, it's we don't. I think he said like we shouldn't talk about the past. We need to focus on now so that we could, blah blah blah
Darth
blah.
Vader's a Democrat? No, I'm just kidding.
He would, and I would be like, no, but like did you really kill him? And he's like, sacrifices must be made sometimes to fulfill a. I'm like, Jesus Christ. What else do we ask him?
Sacrifices must be made.
Oh, I would do random things. Me and Max were playing, and I was like, Vader, have you ever played around with the lightsaber before? And he'd be like, no, it's a tool to demonstrate power and, whatever of the Force. It's like, well, I have a lightsaber in my ass right now, Vader, and I'm kind of liking it. And he'd be like, that's a distraction to do such a Gungan tool, because I'm like, what? And he's like, and I'm like, no, Vader, I think I kind of like it. He's like, oh, that must be some weird Gungan ceremony that you're doing. But hey, you're playing very well right now. So maybe
Gungans are freaky.
Maybe it's the best way to play. Just having that conversation is so fucking wild to me that you can just literally go and ask him whatever you want. It was a fever dream of a stream for me.
Dude, now I just want a whole series of YouTube videos like Coffee with Vader. And it's just like a dude talking to the Vader AI about different things. Today's topic is what we thought about the Republic's defense strategies on just go into it and see what he says.
Oh my
God, dude.
It's not right now. I just opened it, but my TikTok feed, because I liked one Vader video from Fortnite. And
so you now are on the Vader side of TikTok.
For Vader
talk.
The next several hours throughout the day, whenever I would scroll TikTok, it was just nonstop Vader clips, like supercuts of all the crazy shit that people have had him say and do, and just wild stuff. Absolutely wild stuff. He also gets pissed if you bring up Padme. If you call him by his real name, he gets really agitated.
Oh, interesting.
If you ask him how he feels about sand, he'll give you a lot of attitude. Just people are asking him anything and everything, and seeing how it goes. And so hearing all of that, I wonder if they'll release one of those, I don't know what they're called. What's it called where you have like the giant graph and it just has a bunch of words on it with circles, and then the circles get bigger?
Oh, the Venn diagram?
Not a Venn diagram. It's like a...
About string?
Do what?
Oh, I thought you meant the crazy red string board.
Oh,
with the
word cloud.
A word cloud. Yes, a word cloud. That's
Word
what
cloud,
yeah.
Okay.
I would love to see a word
that.
cloud of like the number one topics that Vader discussed or was asked about or something like that. They would have to have a filter.
I can't imagine programming something that's owned by Disney but has AI capabilities. Like, you just have to grab all right, I'm going to take all of Urban Dictionary, all of 4chan. I'm going to take most of Reddit, and I'm going to feed it in and go, no.
No.
Well, but you also have to say yes to some things, because
that's the problem, man. You absolutely have to.
Yesterday, I would be like, Vader, there's guys near us, lock the fuck in. And he would be like, I am locked in, Jar Jar Binks. And you're like, Vader, what the fuck are you saying? Shut up. But he has to take like colloquialisms and stuff like that, and understand and respond, in the same vernacular and language that he's hearing. And sometimes he does, and then you also have to be like, well, how do we make him not respond to this? It kind of felt like yesterday, whenever we would curse after the patch, anytime he detected something with a curse word in it, he would have the same response. And if you did it like 4 or 5 times, he would actually just turn on you and kill you. And so they kind of like fixed that in a way, but you can also like skirt around that. I think before the patch, you also used to be like, hey, Vader, I'm not Jar Jar Binks, call me this. And then he would have like a call sign for you. I don't think you can do that anymore now.
Yeah.
So
Vader does not care for rebels or cursing. Like those are his.
Yeah, they got smart about how they did it. But yeah, just a fever dream. People were asking why, by the way, Jar Jar Binks has rollerblades on him. Those are Jubilee's X-Men's own Jubilee's rollerblades on my back. If
Okay.
you're curious, because Jubilee is in the game. So,
Okay.
yeah,
There she is.
and I have a Cyclops skin, and yeah, it's fever dream. That's if you haven't seen Fortnite in several years, it's a little bit of a mindfuck going back in. I thought it was a perfect fit for our audience because I don't know how much of our audience is in the Fortnite demographic, and so to see all this stuff is kind of a little bit.
Well,
of
half
a,
the time I
a
watch
mindfuck.
anything about Fortnite, it's like their characters jumped in a fucking toy box and just popped out, or with like tape all over them, and they jumped in a toy box and they popped out and they're like, this is my guy. It has rollerblades and a lightsaber and it has like G.I. Joe and Transformers all over it. It's great.
Accurate.
I'm fighting Chewbacca right there. Darth Vader's helping me fight Chewbacca, so that's great. But I think I died to Hatsune Miku or something. or oh no, I died to Padme in her white outfit from the second one or something like that.
Vader has a thing for her, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense why I died there. So it's a nightmare in all the best ways. That's my experience with Fortnite. I don't know how long the Vader AI stuff is going to last. If that's there forever, or it definitely seemed like I was the boomer that was late to the party because not very many people were going to fight him and get him. They were more focused on winning. I figured like all X amount of 60 people in the lobby would all be focused in on Vader. But it seemed like old news. It might have been because most of the people, because it was a newish account in Fortnite, we might have been playing against bots, but yeah. Or it might just be that the kids
does
don't
that
give
for
a
the-
shit.
Could be that too.
Yeah, could
No,
be
the
a little bit
the
of both.
first like 3 or 4 rounds are generally bots.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to. Chat was saying that it lasts through the end of the month. If you're wanting to play, it is Fortnite's still free, so you don't have to. You don't have to pay for anything. You just jump into a battle royale mode in Fortnite. You can go kill Vader and get him on your team. But I think it's better just to scroll social media and look at the tweets where it's in all caps. Fortnite Darth Vader is racist.
Yep, sounds good.
Just see the absurdity unfold in front of you. What else is going on? Apple was basically, there was some stuff that happened legally where Apple was supposed to let Fortnite back into the App Store. When you remember all of that went down and like COVID. And now Apple is just kind of like, no, we're not going to like approve it. And I think that was the latest news where Fortnite is still not on the App Store here in the US. And they're just kind of being like, nah, we don't have to do that. Sorry. So I don't know what's going to happen with that.
I saw Apple was also putting little notifications on some apps that this app doesn't support our secure and private paying system, and send you to an external place to pay. And like, which they're not supposed to be doing. So they're like trying everything they can to not like obey the lawsuit that they lost.
Jeez.